I feel the energy this morning and it's palpable. It's really amazing. Welcome, welcome. I'm just so grateful to be here. And at my center in New York City, we always have a Welcome Sunday. So let's wish each other a happy Sunday this morning, okay? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. It is a beautiful day outside. The sun will come out not tomorrow, but today, right? And so I am going to be speaking to you this morning, and I want to first, before I do that, congratulate all of you who are part of the new prayer chaplain group, all 8 of you. Congratulations for all of your hard work. And may you each be blessed with so much inspiration and so many blessings for all of the good that you will be doing in the world. And I know that you will all be blessing not only this community, but all of the people that you will be working with. This morning, it is my pleasure to speak with you about new thought, the power of your thought. That's what I'm going to be speaking to you about this morning. So this is a new thought community, and you are learning about how to think correctly, how to think and how to speak and how to bring all of this into your lives, each and every one of you. So at my center, we have spiritual tools this month. That is our theme. I have a center in New York City, and my teacher was Dr. Stuart Grayson, and I'm always grateful to him for everything that I am able to do. He was an amazing teacher. And this morning, it is my intention to bring you a lesson that will give you some clarity about new thought, about the power of your thought, which is your theme for this month, yes? This is your theme. So you want to learn about thinking, intelligent thinking, and the power of your thinking. How many people in here work on practicing new thought behaviors just about on a daily basis? She had her hand up first. Okay, I love that. I love that. That's great. So what I want to say to you is when you are thinking about the power of new thought, what you need to do, and I shared this with my center about in the beginning of January, the beginning of the new year. And what I want to tell you about is that new thought is really a thought that is inspired not on the human level, but on the spiritual level. You have to align yourself with the power of spirit each and every day in order to create a new way of thinking. So I want to share something with you, and I'd like you to pay close attention to this because it's really important. I shared this idea with my center about a year ago, and here it goes. Every day I ask for and receive divine guidance. Let's say that together. I ask for and receive divine guidance. Doesn't that sound easy? It doesn't cost anything. It's free. You don't have to pay for it. There's no tax on it. All you have to do, and I can assure you, ladies and gentlemen, all you have to do is begin to say this to yourself each and every day, and you will be amazed at the way that your life begins to unfold in a whole new way. I've been doing this now for over a year. And it is so powerful because what you are doing is asking for and receiving. You're not only asking for, but you are receptive to the divine spirit within you. Everybody got that? Remember, it's free. Isn't that nice? I bring you a good message. I bring you a wonderful message, something that is for free. You can do this each and every day. You align yourself with this power and this presence for good, and you feel better, and then you go out and you are divinely guided in your life. And that is so important. Divine guidance. I ask for and receive divine guidance, and I recognize now that I am always being divinely guided. At the workshop that I'm doing today, I have outlined the 5 steps of spiritual mind treatment. This is our methodology. This is what we use at my center, and this is what Ernest Holmes taught, the power of prayer. This is new thought behavior. So how many people in here sometimes get thoughts of negation, negativity? It's unanimous. And I'm included in it. We all do it. We all have a tendency to think I can't even say it, negatively, right? And when we do that, we have to correct our thinking in a gentle way. I always tell people, don't beat yourself up. Utilize the form of gentle correction. I don't know about you, but I had enough of the beating up from the old-time religion. And I don't like that. I like to be gentle with myself. So my message for you today is to be gentle with yourself. Correct yourself in a gentle way. But also align yourself with that power and that presence for good. Each and every day you are aligned with a power and a presence which is always creating through you and for you right action and right ideas. So here comes the beginning of this lesson this morning, and I call this a great lesson because it's something that I actually did. I tell people at my center, it's one thing to sit and listen to the information and another to get out and practice it. Yes? Absolutely. I'll share with you another story. Beautiful meditation, by the way. I love that this morning, the way that you did that prayer. That was very beautiful. That just came to mind. Thank you for that. But I want to share with you something that happened to me many years ago, and I really think it's a lesson for each and every one of us. I used to say to myself every day that I was going to learn how to meditate. This goes back maybe 15 years ago. I've been meditating for a very long time. And every day I would say to myself, I'm going to get the perfect little stool with the fringe, and I'm going to have someone from India come in and help me with one of those bongs so that they can do that every day. You get where I'm going with this? I'm going to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Yes? Anybody ever think that way? And I'm going to have this very special person that's going to teach me how to meditate. And one morning I woke up and I started that same kind of talk again. And then I realized, and I said to myself, Loretta, you've been saying this for 7 years. How time flies when you're having fun. But the whole point of this lesson this morning is to tell you that we all have an expiration date. And we have to get busy not only listening, but doing and practicing this work. Because when you practice this work, everything begins to change. Your life unfolds in a completely different direction. And so when you are aligned with this power and this presence for good in the universe, this spirituality, this new thought, this new way of thinking, then we are becoming more and more of who and what we are. We are valuing ourselves so much more. We are loving ourselves. And when you begin to love yourself, it's easier to love others. Isn't that true? Yes. So I want you to think about the lesson this morning with regard to my meditation practice. So you know the way I solved it? I solved it by staying in bed. I didn't get out of bed, but I meditated while I was in bed. I started that practice, at least I began. So if there's one thing I am saying to each and every one of you today, begin to do something. That's the message that I carry all of the time. Don't just sit here and listen. You know, I was in Dr. Grayson's classes for probably about 15 years, and the first 10 years, all I did was sit there and say how great he was. And he was great, absolutely. He was a great teacher, but I wasn't practicing. When you begin to practice this work, it begins to change everything in your life. And everything begins to unfold through you and for you. And that's what our workshop is about today. So I'm going to give you a little bit of that workshop right now because I want to share this idea with you because it is so powerful. So how many people in here have had a challenge in their lives? Another unanimous one. So here's what I did in the beginning of the new year, and it's very powerful. And how many people in here do their prayer work, at least maybe once a day or every other day, or most of you are praying and doing your prayer work. Spirituality, aligning with the divine, very important. But I want to share something with you because it's a very rich idea. In the beginning of this year, 2019, I said, Loretta, what would you like to change this year? So this is for all of you. It doesn't have to be, it can be any time. It doesn't have to be in the beginning of the year. Today is April 14th, thank you. Sometimes I don't know what day it is, and that's okay. I just let everything be okay. And it really flows, you know, it's different, there's a flow. So today is April 14th, so maybe you'll start today. Maybe you'll do it tomorrow. Whenever you do it, just do it. Think about an idea that you have about something. I want to share mine. So I have this idea about money. Now, I'm comfortable. I said the bad word. Oh my God, I can feel it. I said the bad word. I said the money word. So I had this idea about money. And my idea about money was, okay, Loretta, you're comfortable, but you have to work so hard, and you've always worked so hard all your life, and that's true. Single parent, brought my son up, 2 years old, 2 jobs, put him through college. He's very successful today. I'm grateful for all of that. But my thought about money is, I can have money, but I have to work so hard for it. It doesn't come easy, okay? This is what I want you to do. I want you to think about an idea. It could be your health. It could be your wealth. It could be your relationship. Maybe you keep on talking about that person and saying what a pain in the blank, blank, blank. Stop doing that and get a new idea. So here's what I did, and I want to share this with all of you because my message this morning, it is my intention for each and every one of you to go home and do this. This is what I would really love for you to do. So you have the old idea about money or health or relationship or creativity and self-expression. Write out your old idea. So here was my idea. I have to struggle or I have to work hard for all of my money. I really have to work so hard. Even though I'm comfortable, money doesn't come easily to me. I wrote it down, I got honest with myself, and then I covered it up, and then I wrote my new idea. And my new idea was, I live under the law of increase, and money flows to me easily and effortlessly. I covered up the old idea, I put in the new idea, and I began to work with that new idea. And that's what I'm talking to you about this morning. Get a new idea, not only about yourself, but whatever the challenge is in your life. Now, you don't have to do this. You know, I used to be a teacher, and I used to say to the kids, you don't have to do your assignments, you see? But when you show up and you do your assignments, your life is flowing. So do this for yourself. If you take home one idea from this lesson today, I would like you to take this idea with you. I would like you to empower yourself with a new thought, a new way of being. You know, some of us have health challenges. Now, first and foremost, I'm a practitioner. I mean, I'm a minister, I'm a practitioner, I work with people all the time. And I get things like this. Reverend Loretta, would you please treat for me? I want to meet the perfect person. And then they proceed to tell me all the reasons why they can't meet that person. All the good ones are taken, they're all already, you know, there's nobody out there for me, and on and on. You're talking yourself out of something, or you have a health challenge. And believe me, folks, I've heard everything. I really have. And it's all good. It's all good because as long as we're learning and growing, everything is working. So the relationship, the idea about money, if you keep telling yourself how much you don't have, you will continue along that line of thought. But the empowered thought with spirit, there is no lack, loss, or limitation. We always give that the power. What are you giving the power to in your life? You need to ask yourself that question. Maybe it's your health. Maybe you've had a health challenge. You know, I had a health challenge a couple of years ago. I had a very bad fall, and I hurt my arms. And I went to physical therapy, and the doctor said to me, you'll never have flexion in your left arm. You're never going to be able to move that again. And I said to myself as he was telling me that, there's not a word of truth to that. Dr. Grayson taught me that. There's not a word of truth to that. I didn't say it to him. I said it to myself. And as I recognized and realized that my arm was whole, perfect, and complete, and I knew that it would come back, and here it is. It's back. It's back. Because it's what you take in and believe. The power of your belief, that's what this community is all about. The power of your new thought to change things in your life that you would like to change, and to accept those things that you cannot change. Sometimes there are things that we don't change. Through the power of acceptance, we can get into a whole new way of being, you see? So we have health, we have wealth, we have relationship, creativity, that's another one. Are there any writers in here? I love to write. Okay, there are a few of you. So here's what we tell ourselves, maybe you do, maybe you don't. Writer's block, I can't finish, I can't get this done. So you write that old idea down. You cover it up with a piece of paper. All of you can do this for whatever area. And at the end of the year, you take that piece of paper off to see whether your new belief has taken root and is starting to show up in your life. Because I guarantee you, if you do this and work with the new idea, your life is going to change and you will be empowered in a new way of being. And this will bless you. Relationships are very powerful also. Thank you. So we have a relationship that we're in, and people will say to me, I'm in a relationship and this person is blah, 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 and they tell you all the things about the person that they don't like. Well, unless you change your position on that. I have a woman in my center, a wonderful story here, or testimonial, and she had so many challenges with her son. And she took a class with me, this is a true story, and we all worked together. It wasn't me, it was all of us together, collective consciousness at work. She began to share, and she began to change her perspective about her son. And by the end of the class, which was 8 weeks long, and we were praying, she and her son became friendly again, and they're starting to work on their relationship. So what is it that you would like to work on? Ask yourself that question. And then through the power of thought, through the power of new thought, get a new idea about it and begin to create it, begin to let it change and let it flow. Spirit will do for us sometimes what we cannot do for ourselves. Everybody get that? All of you have probably seen that. You have a wonderful community here. I have been in a lot of communities throughout the country, and I can honestly tell you, you have such loving people here. It's wonderful. I love coming here. I really do. I feel blessed. It's a blessing to be with each and every one of you and to share with you the power of your thought. But if there's one thing I can say to you, and then I'm going to do a treatment or a prayer for everyone, I would like to say to you, please go home today or sometime this week and write down your idea about something you would like to make different in your life, and then write your new idea. That's the power of your new thought. Do that for yourself and you will be blessed. I know that for each and every one of you, and I know that my time is running out, and I'm very conscious of time because I was a teacher. And so I know for the teachers in the room, we all know how that works. We have to be mindful and respectful of everyone's time. But it's such a pleasure to be with each and every one of you this morning. And I'd like to close out this wonderful lesson this morning with a spiritual mind treatment, which was taught to me by my teacher, Dr. Stuart Grayson. So I'd like to ask all of you to get comfortable. Take a deep breath in. And just let it out. You just let it out. It's all good. And now let's know this truth together, that there is a power for good in the universe, and each and every one of us can use it. And right now in this moment, I am knowing for each and every person in this audience, including the speaker, the one power and the one presence that operates through each and every one of us not only blesses, uplifts, and inspires us to move out into life in a new direction through the power of our thinking, through the power of our thoughts. We are generating incredible inspiration. We are blessed and uplifted by this word, inspired to move out into life and to have a new direction, a direction that says yes, a direction that says yes to renewal, yes to inspiration, and yes to all of the blessings that come through us. Any thought patterns that anyone has had within the subconscious mind that would try to negate this are released into the nothingness from whence they came. And each person, as an individualized expression of the divine, is moving freely into life with greater health, greater wealth, greater creativity and self-expression, and more loving, harmonious relationships. These words are the truth. And they are now released with gratitude and love into the law of mind in action. They are done. There is a demonstration for each one. So be it, and together we say, and so it is. And that is the way it is. Thank you. Thank you.